Hello YouTubers and welcome to another episode of the vlogs. Today we have reached the beginning of a new week. We are at Motivation Monday, Suit Monday, whatever kind of Monday you like to call it. But as always, remember, look good, feel good, roll good, enter any activity in the third. And of course you don't have to wear a suit. You can wear whatever you like that makes you feel good and gets you ready for the week. But I've got my smoothie today in my Yamsqaud shaker, a little bit tatty as I've been dropping it, but it's still going strong. Today, as Motivation Monday is happening, we've got some lovely flat water. We're getting on the air today as well. And we're changing things up a little bit, harking back to the original Motivation Monday days. But first things first, we have to get in the club. We have to get changed and get ready to work out. Oh yeah. And we've made it into the crew room to fuel up on the breaded egg toast today. After a session on the erg with the lads, and as I said the other day, erging with your friends can make an erg just a little bit easier and increase the motivation on this Motivation Monday. But now it's time to fuel up because remember, food is fuel. And we've finished with fueling up for this morning because remember, food is fuel. And now it's time to get on the water. So let's get to it. And we're getting in the pair now, getting on the water, doing some paddling in the pair on the water. So let's get to it. Oh yeah. And we have made it onto the water here, as you can tell, rowing with Mr. Stanhope in bow and I am in the stroke seat. A lot of questions about how the boats are set up just now, why stroke seat, why bow seat, but right now we're just going through the combinations, getting the new guys sort of integrated into the squad and testing out different things. But today we are talking about Motivational Monday quote. We're bringing back sort of erg thoughts that was quite a big part of the vlogs in the first season last year. And so on Motivation Monday, a little bit of chatting over some footage of whether it's on the erg, thoughts going through the head, or whether it is on the water. And today, this little chat revolves around the motivational quote of the day, and it's from an OG Mandino, a successful American author selling over 50 million copies of his best-selling book. So you can Google him if you like. But one of the quotes I really like from him: "Failure will never overtake me if my determination to succeed is strong enough." And a lot of people talk about failure, and this quote in particular, "Failure will never overtake me if my determination to succeed is not strong enough, or is strong enough." I really think that really hits home with what a lot of people say about failure. And what do people say about failure? Well, everyone tries to say that failure is not the end of the road. Everyone goes through failure, everyone goes through their ups and their downs, and it's not just a straight path forward. So what OG Mandino is trying to say here is if your determination to succeed is strong enough, then you won't let failure get in your way. And I want to just sort of back that up with what I sort of think and believe. Failure is can be a huge learning experience for the people involved in the so-called failure itself. It's how you deal with failure is how you sort of can move on. If the failure, no matter what the situation is, can always be disappointing and can be heart-wrenching, and you just sometimes just don't want to keep doing what you're doing. So say, like when Robson and I didn't do so well last year at trials, it's more about, well, do we want to continue rowing in this pair? But if you can use that failure, or we use that failure to learn about ourselves, so how do we work in a race environment? How do we improve from not doing so well? What do we need to do better to get faster in a pair? And you can use that for all sorts of things as we sort of try not to crash into the bank with Stanhope steering, but it's using the events that happen in your life, whether they are a bad event or a failure, or some may call a failure, and almost, I know it's a bit cheesy, but turning them into a success, turning them into an event that changes you for the better. It doesn't have to be a huge, massive change. It can just be a case of, well, I've learned that I shouldn't walk down the stairs in a certain way because I tripped the other day. So I walk down all the stairs from now on in my life without tripping. So I would say that's a big success for overall life. But obviously that's a bit of a silly example, but it's learning from like I said, learning from the failures that happen. And I think I need to come up with a new word, because failure really sort of, when you say failure, it means it's very negative and it's very down and it's the end of the road almost. But really, it's turning that idea of failure that some people say is very negative, it's not going to work, it's not going to happen, and turning that into, well, I have failed and I'm going to use it as a positive, a learning experience in which that if I didn't fail, I wouldn't know what to do if in the next time that thing that you're failed at does happen. And that's with the amount of the more failures that you encounter, the more scenarios that you know how to combat, and the more robust you can be in just general life. If you come into a mentally stressful, if you've never been in a mentally stressful situation, and then it becomes a mentally stressful situation another day, well, how does one sort of deal with that mentally stressful situation for the first time? By hitting into those failures, by going into those failures multiple times, you get better at dealing with them, one, and seeing them as more of a learning opportunity. So hopefully that makes sense as we come onto the dock today with Stanhope in the bow and myself in stroke in the pair. But that will be it for our little chat on the water, and as always after a session we have to go fuel up. Oh, you. And we've made it into the crew room to fuel up after the session in the pair with Stanhope. But hopefully you enjoyed a little bit of a chat for Motivation Monday as we're on the water again, harking back to the early vlogs back in season 1. But now, as always, it's time to fuel up and recover. Oh, yeah. And we've made it outside of the club for another day today on this Motivation Monday. Hopefully you enjoyed a little bit of a chat with the motivational quote from OG Mandino. But just going to try and use those quotes this week, or use the quotes on the Monday for Motivation Monday to spur us on for the rest of the week. Let me know in the comments below if you have any motivational quotes that you would like to see in the vlogs in the future that we can all use as a Yamsqaud to spur us on for the rest of the week. But now, as always, after a day of training, we have to get some recovery in, get some mental break in, and enjoy our time outside of rowing, so that when we are rowing we can really enjoy it and not sort of get bogged down in the monotony of doing the same thing over and over. So for example, yes, we row on the beautiful stretch here at Henley, and it's a great opportunity to do so, but it is embracing that opportunity and realizing it is such a great opportunity to do so, and not letting things, just because you do it often doesn't mean it's not amazing to do so. So hopefully that makes sense. But as always, Yamsqaud, remember to subscribe if you haven't already, hit that like button, and I will see you tomorrow for some 2K prep in preparation for the 2K on Thursday. Oh yeah!